Hey everybody, Greg with Drifter Journey here. Today we're going to be showing you and talking to you about the Open Glass Van Mods Promaster LED headlight conversion kit. So he did send these to me at no charge, which I'm very excited about, because if you have a Promaster, you know that you can't see anything at night. And if you don't have a Promaster and you're thinking about it, you will quickly find out you can't see anything at night. So much so that we were on the interstate recently and we could see our own shadow from vehicles behind us. So these guys have put together this great kit. It actually comes with adapters, so a lot of the other people that are doing this upgrade are literally gluing them in, and I never wanted to do that. So as far as I know, this is the only adapter kit for this van. It comes with the adapter kit. 4 LED headlights, came with a super nice tool with all the different tool heads you're going to need, and I forget what they call these, but the little part remover. Also, it's a simple 3-step instructions. You scan these guys and it takes you to a video showing you how to do each step. So you have how to remove the headlights, how to install the bulbs, and how to aim the headlights. Alright, so I semi-watched the first clip video of how to take these out. So we're going to do that. Another thing I did want to note, it says it's 300% brighter than the stock headlights. So to take these out, there are 2 screws up top here. And these just have little grips on them, so you can just take them out by hand. You want to remove those. And then there's one down here on this bottom plate. So we're going to pop this off, pop this off. You're going to want to be careful not to break the tabs that hold them in place. So we're going to do our best to take those off nicely. So then for these, I just work my way up, pop them out. You don't want to snap things if you can do your best not to. This one.
There you go.
So 2 in the back there, and then 2 along the front that were easier to get out. You're going to want to put on the socket attachment, and it looks like there are 2 down on the bottom, 1 on the top. We're going to want to take those out. So it is good that this is grippy. This one's pretty tight, but if you needed to, I would just use a standard socket. It'll make it easier if you have one, but it does come with the tools you need if you don't. Now that we got the 2 bolts out of the bottom and the 1 on the top, theoretically it is now free, and you're going to want to pull it out nicely, and then it does connect up in here with this metal thing. So just pull that out, and then just connect the clip on the back. It's free. All right, so we got one done for practice, and we're going to go ahead and show you how to do it on the other one now that we've learned a couple things. So we removed the caps. I think we showed that already. Once those are out, you want to remove the 2. We're going to go one at a time here. So remove the bulb. It's got a little clip. You can't see it down in there. Pop that. Pull it out. This is the low beam, which is the more difficult of the 2 to deal with. But we're going to get that out of there. Okay, so that bulb stayed in. Did not on the other one, but if you loosen up this piece, there's a tab. So if we can get it twisted and out. When you do loosen this one up, if you take it out, make sure you don't let the metal thing fall through into the bulb housing, because this will go up in there and then you'll have to fish it out. Not the end of the world, because I did it and I got it out, but just try not to do it. So yeah, once you have that out, you're going to loosen this up. I'm going to leave it in for now so I don't drop it again. You're going to get one of your bulbs and your adapter. So for the low beam, so the one with the bracket, it's going to be this one with the metal on the back. And you're going to see there's this little gap here. And you're going to want that tab from that piece to go up into that. This is where it gets kind of a pain with fat fingers. But, so how we're going to do it, we're going to go ahead and try not to lose it. So I'm going to get the screw out of here. All right, so now we're in the danger zone. Take one of these guys, they're the same so it doesn't matter. Slide off that piece. You want to get a Sharpie on the long piece facing you where this tab is. You want to mark up here on the bottom because it's going to be a blind fit here. So we're going to mark center bottom like so. We have to get the bracket in with the tab behind it without dropping it in there. Pull it out, set that up into it. Now that I got it in it, we're going to twist it back to the safe spot for a second. Alright, so you can see the tab up in there. There's that. Then we got to get this guy behind with the long piece facing us into here. Alright, so I got that shoved back in. We get this little tab holding it in place. The metal is up into the bracket. The silver guy is facing us and through. And I'm going to start the screw into there. And then we want our black mark aimed straight down before we tighten it. And tighten her down. You may hear it click because you're tightening that spring. Okay. So now that we have that in there, we got our black mark aimed in the right spot. We're going to slide this guy in all the way and twist it so that the cord sits at 12 or 6. Then you're going to notice a plus or minus for the polarity, and you need to have the minus on the clip side, which is like that. And then once you have that in there, you want to tuck your cables out of the way. And we're going to go on to the other bulb. So for this one, pull the clip, get your bulb out, pull your bulb out. Then you're going to have your bracket. And you can see that there's kind of a dished side here. So the dish side is going to face you. And then this side's much easier. You're going to remove that. Take your little set screw out. And be careful with these because they just go into plastic on this crappy ram housing. So the deep side is going to face you again. It needs to line up with the little bracket in there. So we'll get this out so I can use it. And it's going to sit down in. Well, I dropped it again. Dropped that on the last one too. Don't worry, it's not too hard to get out. so deep side facing U. Insert that where it logically goes. And you got the dish side facing U here. That in place. Put your screw back in. Oh, don't fall out of there. Tighten it down. Okay. This one I'd like to face down, so you're gonna put your bulb in, get it into place. You're gonna go for the old 12 or 6, and then the same thing, negative on the clip side. And once that's in, cable's out of the way, get it all cleaned up out of the way in there, and theoretically put them back in and they should work. Okay, I'm just gonna clip them in, set them kind of up in here for a minute, make sure they work.
We got regular lights on the outside. They look good.
And they're diffused with the little blockers.
Yep, those are the low beams. See if the brights come on. There we go. We got brights on both sides. Looks good.
So if you look, this metal tab, and it goes up into this hole back in here. So it'll pop into place up into that little black hole back there. That's how you know you got it set in the right spot, and then all your holes should line up again. Alright, so if you're going to adjust your low beam angle, there is a torque screw. So if you go down through this one with a long one, you'll see it down in there is a little white kind of clear plastic piece with a screw in the middle. You adjust that, and that'll adjust your low beam angle. You want to have it set about 44 inches off the ground, 30 feet away from a wall. So set that up. Your right one can be a little higher to illuminate signs. Left one a little bit lower to not blind people coming in oncoming traffic. And if people are flashing you, kind of need to lower it a little bit. So figure it out. Do what works. I think that pretty much covers this. Let's finish wrapping this thing up. So that's a wrap on this project. We are gonna overlay a couple shots of it at night for you, so you can see how much brighter it is. A couple things to note: don't over tighten with the ceramics so you don't break them. If you bought the stainless steel kit, I don't think that would be an issue at all. But the ceramic should be just fine as long as you're careful. Don't over tighten the screws, because the housing on the headlight itself is plastic that it's going into, and if you strip those out, kind of hosed. You probably get new headlight housing or have to put in a bigger self-tapping screw to replace that. And that's really about it. So if you're looking to do an LED upgrade to your Promaster without having to glue them in, this is the kit for you. Put a link down below. Thank you for watching.